Hello everybody and welcome back to Evolving Vibes, the community for witches, pagans, spiritualists, and everybody in between. So glad that you guys all came back, and I just wanted to touch base with you on a couple of projects that I've been working on. First of all, I've been doing some witchy balls and some spell bottles right here that I'm going to be putting in the shop for sale. Both the spell bottles as well as the witchy balls are for continued health and happiness, as well as prosperity, abundance, and protection. And so they've got all the corresponding items that I feel are corresponding within the balls to offer those blessings. Now, while I was doing that, I had gotten this box at one of my witchy holiday parties, and I really fell in love with this box when I got it. And it's open, it's blank, but it's large enough for me to utilize it. And I knew immediately when I got the box exactly what I was going to do with it. I was going to make it into an intention box or a manifestation box, whatever way you want to call it. And maybe not everyone knows what that is, so let me explain. So an intention box or manifestation box goes along with that same concept of the Kabbalion, where what you put out into the universe, you receive back. So what you think, you receive. What you think becomes your reality. So all of that being said, I've been doing that with another box that I have. It's just an old wooden box that I've been using. And so any of the money that I make from spirituality, whether it be from readings, whether it be from helping others, or things that I might sell inside the shop, I've been putting inside of that box. And a strange thing's been occurring for the past month that I brought up to friends, family, and some people closest to me. So whatever money I put inside of there, if I take it out to use it for other things like supplies for these witchy bottles and such, generally within 48 hours, that money seems to come back somehow. A good case in point is last weekend. I went and I had to buy some bottles and a bunch of other stuff. It came out to be like 60 bucks. I went to a holiday party at another shop that I work with, and lo and behold, I had been there just for a little while, and for some reason I brought my cards with me at a party. I don't always do, but I did this time. And someone walked in the shop before we closed to have the holiday party, asking for a reading. Lo and behold, paid me the same exact amount of money that I had spent on my witchy supplies. The same thing happened yesterday, and it's happened here and there. So what I wanted to do with this box was create a manifestation box from the beginning to the end and show you guys the end product. So be sure to stay to the very end of the video, because you're going to see exactly what it looks like. Now, I'm not going to bore you with every little finite detail of how to do it, but I am going to show you what I've done in certain steps, and hopefully you guys try it out yourself. And if you do, let me know in the comments what you think. And let me know in the comments if you already have one, how it might work for you. So let's get this video rolling, shall we? So one of the first things that was most complicated for me, believe it or not, was to find some kind of lining that I wanted to have inside that manifestation box. I wanted to really symbolize the universe as I realized it to be, and it took me forever to find this paper. But I went to Joann Fabrics and I actually found it. So this is the sheet of paper that I actually found, and let's see if you can't see it. It just really does look like the universe to me. And so that's exactly what I wanted inside of my manifestation box. So my next step was to take measurements of my box. So the easiest way for me to do that was to take some pieces of paper, as you can see, put them together, trim them as necessary. But this would be the headlining of my box. And this right here would be the bottom lining of my box. Now, as you can see with this box, it's got this interior wall surface right here. Now, I'm not going to do the outside, all this area, because that's where it folds into and stays closed. So if I were to put any paper around here or up in here, it wouldn't close so well. So the inside though, right in here, is all fair game. So what I've done again is take measurements. So this would be the two sides, and this would be the lengthwise area. And then next thing I would do is cut that out and get it ready. So rather than bore you with the cutting out part and all of that, I already did it. So this would be the two sides, and the two longer sides, of course, and then the very bottom, as well as the very top. So now what I would do is glue it all together to make sure it's secured and it's going to last. And in order for me to do that, I'm going to use a hot glue gun. That's what I find works really well. It really does adhere to wood quite nicely. So if you do have a hot glue gun, go for it. It definitely works. If you don't have one, you may want to pick one up, because I don't think regular glue works also well over a period of time. There are some wood cements that you can use, certainly, and I'm not here going to say, oh, this one, this one, this one. Use whatever vibes with you. It's going to be okay. And guess what? If it starts to unglue, who cares? You can either re-glue it or you can leave it perfectly imperfect. It's really all up to you. And the reality of it is, you don't even have to use this type of paper. You use whatever vibes with you. Maybe it's paint, maybe it's drawing, whatever. It's your box. You do it the way you want to do it. All right, I'm back and I have my box with me. So, another thing that I wanted to do was enchant it before I actually put the lighting paper down. So what I actually did on both the top as well as the bottom, I made corresponding symbols. So I have fire, I have water, I have air, I have earth, and then I actually have some Nordic symbols for strength, for prosperity, for health, for protection. And I did the same thing at the very bottom. So I drew these with the intent of each one of the symbols, and I'm going to be drawing in earth, air, fire, water to work with me, as well as spirit, in order to draw what I need in my manifestation box, whatever it might be at that given time. Along with that, I wanted continuously to have health, happiness, protection, prosperity, and abundance. Henceforth, these other symbols there as well. So what I will do next is take my hot glue gun, and I'm going to glue the lining into the box itself. Same thing goes. As I do that, I'll be putting the intent of what exactly I want this box to work with me with, and how I want the universe to help fulfill the needs and requests that I may have for it. So let me get to that, and I'll get back to you in just a little bit. Alrighty, so I am back, and I did my little bit of crafting, and so here's my box, and here's the interior of my box, and both the top as well as the bottom. As I said, you don't have to worry about being perfect. It can be perfectly imperfect. It's all up to you and how you want to make it. And as I said, this is the design I wanted because it is mindful to me of the universe, which is where I'm putting my intentions out in order to get what I want drawn back into me. Now, another thing that I did, which I strongly recommend that you do as well, is make yourself a couple of spell bottles. So this one is just filled with herbs and black salt for protection, eggshell for protection, and rice, as well as rosemary and chamomile, as well as some other herbs. So this is going to be attracting good vibes, health, protection, happiness, all of that sort of thing. And this little spell bottle that I made is all about prosperity, right? So I have pyrite, I have crystal, and I have a bunch of other different types of stones that are mindful of me, of prosperity and abundance. So these two little guys are both going to be charged, as well as put inside my box. And this is where I'll be putting my intentions for the universe for the next year to pick up. Now, it's also good to remember that intentions change, and that's okay. So we're going to talk more about how to use the intention box down the road, and that'll be a whole nother video. But don't be shy. As you change your intentions, as you draw in what you want, you're going to want to change things around a little bit. So all you would do is actually start filling your intention box with the newest intentions. Now, what I like to do, just because I don't want to cut short with, okay, this is it, and I'm not going to tell you how to use it. What I like to do is, to start off with, put my intentions that I want for the next month into place, as well as long term. And throughout the week, on a daily basis, I'll put something in that box that's remindful of my intentions, or that I've worked on to commit to that intention. Sometimes it's something more than a positive word. Other times maybe it's an uplifting saying, and other times it's actual evidence of where I've been and how these intentions are slowly drawing into me. And I'll put them in the box. And as I said before, I've never been disappointed by the universe, and I don't think you will either. So this is going to be a short video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to watch one of these two videos down below, because it does help grow the community and grow the channel. And until next time, as always, please be safe, be well, and be blessed. And if I don't get to see you before the new year, I wish everyone a healthy and happy New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So be blessed, and I'll see you soon.